Hey everybody, this video will show you the user interface of Word 2013. And just a reminder, I'm going to do this video in one take, so if I mess up, I'm not going to stop. We all have to live with it. Okay, so the first thing you notice when you launch Word 2013 is over on the left side, there's a big blue panel, and this color changes depending on what software you have open. So for example, if you have PowerPoint open, this panel is going to be orange, or Excel is going to be green. I'm not sure why that's a big deal, because it's pretty obvious what program you're in. But anyway, if you open this up and it's orange, you're not in Word, you're in PowerPoint. So right at the beginning, you have some of your recent documents. I have some progress reports that I just recently opened, and then of course you can go to other parts of your computer and find any document that you have. If you want to open a blank document, which is what most of us want to do, right at the beginning you will click blank document. I'll do that in just one sec. And then also here's all sorts of templates that you can open. Probably 99.9% of these you will never use in your life, but feel free to get in there. And of course you can always search on office.com. I think that's what it's called, office.com. Anyway, you can search there and you can get all sorts of other templates. So let's just start with a blank template. So I'm just going to click that, and here's the familiar looking Word interface. Now I will say, most of the time when you open it up, if you open it the first time, you are going to see, let me just open it, this navigation pane. I usually close it because I want a little bit more space. But if you open your document and you see this navigation pane, basically that's kind of a search field. It's the same as the last few versions of Word. So if you have a very long document, you can search in here. You can find where it is. You can look at your different pages. And if you use headings, which I highly recommend and we'll go over in all sorts of other videos, this is very handy. So let's just keep going here. All right, up at the top is your quick access toolbar. You can add all sorts of different buttons in here, and we will do that in future videos for sure, because these are just not enough. And if I keep going across the top, we have our minimize, expand, all those sort of things, and the close. And then also you're going to see your user profile. I'm going to blur mine out to keep it super secret, but you're going to see that up here. Across the top, you're going to see your tabs and your ribbon, just like you have in normal, probably your Office 2007 and 2010. The cool thing is, though, these tabs now, the text is in all caps. Pretty fancy, huh? So you'll see that. And the first tab in the ribbon is the File menu. So if I click that, you're going to see all the typical things you would expect: saving, printing, all that sort of thing. You can also see your recent documents. There's my progress reports again. And one cool thing is you can add a place. These are your recent, not your recent, these are the places that you visit frequently. So for example, if you have a certain special folder that you like to put all your stuff in, then add that place here and you'll be able to find it rather quickly. You can also search your whole computer, and if you have OneDrive from Microsoft, then you can go in there as well. All right, let's go back to the main page. Probably the most important ribbons you're going to use is the Home ribbon, and you're going to have the different groups. Sometimes these are called command groups, but I think most of it's just called groups. So here's your paragraph group, and of course there's all sorts of stuff if you click that little more arrow. Insert, I use this all the time. There's a couple of cool new things in here. One is you can insert a video. Now you've been able to insert a video for a long time in Word, but it really took kind of a workaround to do it. But this is an easy way to do it, and inserting like a YouTube video in your Word document is super cool, and I think you should do it. You can also get right to Wikipedia, just in case you can't be bothered with going to your browser and searching for Wikipedia. You can do it right here. And then here's all the other stuff that you're used to. The View tab, right here in the Views group, you have read layout, print layout, which is what we are in right now and what I use 99.9% of the time, and web layout. Just a reminder, those are also down. Let me go way down to the bottom corner. Same thing down here. Read, print layout, and web layout. Okay. I also have the Acrobat plugin. You may or may not have that, but if you have various plugins installed and you have other tabs for your specific programs, etc., those will show up, and you can tell that they're not the standard ones because they are not all caps. Okay, now let me just go back to the Home tab, and I'm going to go way down back to the bottom. Here's your zoom slider, or whatever this thing is called. I usually use this a lot, and there's a lot of people out there that don't use this. I really recommend it. Make your page big so you can read it. So normally I close this navigation. You can always open that up by doing Control F. So Control F for find, I guess. And so I close that up, and then I use my zoom slider, and I make my page quite big just so it's super easy to read. And then one more tip for you here in the user interface is down at the bottom you're going to see your different pages, a word count, which is quite handy if you're doing an assignment and you need it to only be 300 words. You can just watch that, and once that hits 300, you're done. Okay, future videos, we're going to go really in depth, see some really cool things, but that is a quick tour of the new Word 2013 interface.